A very good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. So, in the last class, I hope we have begun the first sentence, I think so. Am I right? Or we have completed some more portions
Sir, we reached the second page, almost
up to
half the second page.
second page. Okay. Can you read that line? The last line we have finished. Abhilash, can you read that?
Yes, sir. Albert felt miserable when he left school that afternoon. Note
Oh,
that it
yes. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So, Albert felt miserable when he left school that afternoon. Not that it had been a bad day. Most of the days are bad now. Anyway, but because he had to go back to the hateful place, underline, hateful place the next morning. There we have stopped. Okay. So he had a bad day. He spent his time in punishment, extra 1 hour, standing at the back of the class. After that, he was going home. On his way to home, he was thinking, how was the day? He is teaching us a good pattern. Every day, reflect, how did you spend your day? These are the points to find success. You see, from that sentence, I take a positive thinking that Einstein asks us to think every day in the evening, how did you spend this day? In another way, it is told as an examination of conscience. So you will be able to know where did you spoil your time. The next day, you will be able to rectify your mistake. This is an important thing. So he thought, and he felt that the day was so sad, so bad, not because he had received punishment, not because he had received scolding from the teacher, but because he was sad. While he was thinking, next day also, I have to go to that hateful place. The hateful place for him, it was the school. So he only wished his father, he only wished his father would take him away. But there was no point in even asking. If he doesn't go to school, what will happen? His father will reach him the school. In such a condition, there is no asking his father to take TC from the school. He will not take the TC. He knew what the answer would be from his father. He would have to stay until he had taken his diploma. His father had kept him in the school in order to take the diploma. Unless and until he takes the diploma, he will not be taken from the school. So at any cost, he has to continue the school. Going back to his lodgings, going back to his room, did not cheer him up. So he was not happy to go to his room. His father had so little money to spare that Albert had been found a room in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. Sorry. So Albert's father was a poor man. Albert's father was not rich man. With great difficulty, he found money and found a poor lodging, poor hostel, poor room for him to live. Just a minute. I am not feeling well. Just a minute. Okay, stay with me. Okay. So going back to his lodgings, he was not happy. His father had so little money to spare that Albert had been found a room in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. So they were very poor people. So he found a little money in order to accommodate him in a poor quarters. So Albert Einstein understood the value of money. How did his father try to teach him, to educate him? He did not mind the bad food and lack of comfort or even the dirt or squalor, but he hated the atmosphere of slum violence. So Albert was not worried about the poor food. Those who are living in the hostel sometimes may make, and those who are living in the hostels, not our hostels, they very often make complaint about the food. About the food, it is not good, it is not tasty, water is more, water is less, chicken piece is not good, biryani is not tasty, like this. But here, Albert Einstein never complained anything about the food and logic because he knew the situation of his father, in, from which situation he is coming, he knew. But he could not adjust with the culture of the people lived there. You see, he could not adjust with the culture of the people lived there. The atmosphere of slum violence. They quarrel each other. They say bad words each other. Such kind of culture he could not accommodate. His landlady beat her children regularly. Mother beats the children regularly. And every Saturday, her husband came drunk and beat her. So, Monday to Friday, her husband won't be there. So, on these days, Monday to Friday, mother would beat the children. Saturday, her husband would come drunk and he would beat wife. So such kind of quarreling, such kind of uneasy, such kind of uh, situation, such kind of atmosphere he didn't like. But at least you have a room of your own, which is more than I can say, said Yuri when he called around in the evening. Yuri is friend. Yuri is his friend. So when Yuri came in the evening, he told all these things. So Yuri told Einstein, Albert, why are you worried about all these things? You should be satisfied. At least you have a room to stay with. At least you have a room to stay with. At least you live among civilized human beings. Reply. Albert gave the reply. At least you live among civilized human beings, even if they are all poor students. So you see, two mindset is there. Here, Albert Einstein is living in a poor area where people are uncultured. But Uri is living in an area where people are cultured. Civilization is there. So when Uri says to Einstein that why are you making complaint? Don't worry, man. Anyway, up to the diploma period, you have to live. After that, we will go from here. So please adjust with. Sometimes you are admitted in a hostel for the first time. Anish, for the first time. So Anish said, no, this is not good. I will not stay in the hostel. Not now, in the first day. So mummy, what would say? Anish, I am going. Tomorrow I have to go. You adjust with till I come. You adjust with. Shibu, isn't it? Adjust with. Shibu has no problem. There is no place to go, isn't it? So no place to go. Okay. So here, Uri says to Einstein that you may adjust with till your diploma gets over. At least you need not lie down on the road. You have a flat of your own. So in reply, Einstein says to him, Arey yaar, what is a room? We need civilized people. We need cultured people. I have no person to talk with. I cannot talk with these people, uncultured fellows. At least you are living in a cultured society. You are living in a polished society, though they were poor. So you see, these two talks, this conversation shows the mindset of two people. Mindset of two people. They are not at all civilized. So Uri says, they are not at all civilized. Uri replied, did you not hear that one of them was killed last week in the duel? Duel means fight between two people. D-U-E-L, duel. Fight between two people. So he says, as you think those people are not civilized, did you read in the newspaper a fight between two people there and one killed the other? Our people are such people, they are not civilized. So they were justifying their own places. And what happens to the one who killed him? Einstein asked, what happened to the murderer? Nothing, of course, nothing happened. He is even proud of it. After killing a person, he put his collar up. He kept his collar up. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. After killing a person, the police told him, okay, sorry, no problem, but don't kill others. You see, in a duel, a man killed another man, and for him, no punishment. The police officer called him and advised him not to kill anymore. He is upset about this because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. Underline, badge of honor. Underline, hasn't a single scar on his face. The police officer sent him back. The police officer sent him back, giving him advice not to kill anybody else. So the murderer was not happy. He wanted some punishment. He wanted some slap. He told, it is a loss. I did not get a single scar on my face in order to keep it as a memory of killing somebody, a badge of honor. So the murderer thinks that he should get a kind of scar on his skin, so that later, with a great pride, he could tell others that I have killed such and such a fellow. You see, I got on. This is a mark of that murder. So when the police sent him without any punishment, the murderer was not happy. And he said he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. Ugh! Exclaimed Albert. And these are the students. Well, you will be a student one day, said Yuri. You also will become a student. I doubt it, said Albert glumly. Glumly means with a moody mind. Moody mind. I doubt it, said Albert gloomily. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school diploma. I don't think that I would pass the exams. He told his cousin Elsa, new character, cousin Elsa, the same next time when she came to Munich. So his sister came the next time. He told this case. Normally, she lived in Berlin. She is in Germany, where her father had a business. So Elsa was in Germany. Often she comes to Munich to visit them. One day she came, and on that day, this case of Einstein was referred to Elsa, that Einstein did not want to go to school. He did not want to study. I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried. Underline. This is the advice given by Elsa. I am sure that if you learn, you could pass. You may say, everybody is like that, isn't it? If you learn, you will pass. I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exams if you tried. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are. Indirectly, Elsa called him a stupid boy. You are Albert Einstein, a stupid boy. So she told, I know children who are more stupid than you. That means you are also stupid. Isn't it? Am I right? You are stupid. I know there are many children who are more stupid than you, who get through exams, who pass exams. Then why can't you? If those stupids could pass the exams, why can't you? That's a question. Underline. Stupid than you are, who get through. Those stupid people get through. They say, you don't have to know anything. Those stupid people say, you need not know anything. There are some people sitting here like that, isn't it? Like this. You don't have to understand what you are taught, just able to repeat it in the exams. You need not. There are some people here sitting and saying me, sir, we were also like that. Those stupid people, to them, Elsa called stupid people. You should think whether you are stupid people or not. So you are saying that, sir, we are not stupid people. We are intelligent people. We are very clever people. When others are sitting and learning, we were playing. And at the last moment, we studied and we got through. And in the beginning, we knew there will not be examination, isn't it? That is why we are not studying. We utilized our energy for some other creative purpose, Sanam, isn't it? And we created our energy for some other creative purpose. We were surely knowing that there would not be exam. That is why we did not study. And at the end of the year, before the exams, we have covered everything within 2 months or 3 months. And 9 months we have saved. These stupid fellows, Krishna Gandhi, these stupid fellows tell that there is no need of studying anything. When the exam comes, you revise it and go and write the exam. You will get through. And Elsa is advising Einstein, you need not worry about the class. You need not worry about the subjects. You need not worry about the school. You go and come get the attendance. You will pass. You will pass. That is a kind of promotion. Promotion. So you won't have to understand what you are taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. No need to understand the thing. Study some sentences by heart. Go and write those sentences in the exam. You will get through. That is the whole trouble, said Albert. Albert said, that is the main problem. That is the main problem. I can't study by heart. I am no good at learning things by heart. So Einstein told, that's a problem. I cannot learn things by heart. So today I end the class 10 minutes early. Next class we will see. Okay. Just please end the video.